Welcome back to Software Inc. and Dumpster Fire Studios. Today we're going to do a lot. We're going to do a lot of reorganizing and replanning. You can see our newer building that we still need to finish the top of has grown to taller than our original building. So that means there's a lot of expanding that's being planned. So right now let me go over what I've done off camera. We go into manage teams. You can see it might look a little different if you're following along. So I've renamed some teams. We've created a Dumpster Hub 1 and Dumpster Hub 2 team. The time has come to pay attention or refocus on our distribution platform. You can see the quality's starting to come down, the features are coming down, and the tech levels are way down. Stability's great. So instead of doing an update, because the features are lacking, we're gonna hire a team and we're gonna max out all of these. We're gonna do a fully 100% feature, every feature available for the distribution platform, and redesign it and call it Dumpster Hub 2. So that's one thing that we're gonna do. If we go back to the teams, you can see we renamed some things. I forgot about our hardware team. We had a hardware team already. We're gonna need a second hardware team because Dumpster Fire phone's coming soon. And new versions of the console as well. And we also have a dedicated marketing teams now. So there's one we forgot, gaming, support, nights. We will add that. We'll have to take care of that team. So you can see these are empty. So we have Gaming Marketing 1 and Gaming Marketing 2. Gaming Marketing 1 is going to focus on Team 1. Marketing 2 is going to focus on Team 2. So they're going to be dedicated for gaming. Same with OS. We're going to have 2 OS teams and 1 marketing team and 2 support teams. And then we're going to have a category for software that's going to be our 2D editor, 3D editor, and our audio tool. They're going to have a marketing team and 2 support teams as well. So some of those are already populated. Some of this is going to be a little bit of a struggle. I haven't updated the assignments yet for marketing and for support because we don't have those jobs filled yet. So it's going to be a grind. We're going to start with one group at a time. You can see here, we're going to come up here. So let's look at, so 2. So what do we have? Let's go back to teams real quick let's focus on OS to start with. Only 1 marketing team, but we have 2 hardware teams. So let's go ahead and jump up to floor 3, and we're going to click on the room. We're going to assign these out. So we're starting with OS, so let's do support night. We're going to move them there, and we'll find areas that are opening up because we're moving teams around. Oh, and support days. Oops, I think I did that wrong. And we just want support days in this one. We'll assign this to, we could dedicate this to teams, but let's just limit the usage of these. So we'll let teams kind of wander around. Okay, we got that floor taken care of. So below us we have, we went too high. So here we have hardware marketing. So we had 1 marketing team, but we have a second hardware team. So let's go ahead and jump up here. We're going to assign this to OS marketing. We'll drop down here and we're going to switch this one to OS hardware 2 and remove marketing from that one. And we got everything else in here taken care of. Now the second floor we have this, so let's take a look and see. We do have software marketing that we could put in there, or the gaming marketing we'll put on the same floor. So yeah, resume game, close that. We'll go here, we'll assign to a team of software marketing. So we'll have like people on the same floor. We'll limit these rooms. Come in here. That is a that is a lounge. That is a lounge. There we go. So now we got those floors taken care of. Let's head on over here and see what emptied out though. So we should have Support day, software support's here, and support days 1. Support days, OS support. Okay. So we don't need OS support. Oh my gosh, I'm confusing myself. OS support does not need to be over here. So let's go to switch team, and neither of you need to go there, and we'll figure that out later. Let's go teams here. We don't need any of the OS teams coming over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up and show you what we got. All right, it took a minute, but I think we got it all sorted out in our messy area. So here we have software. Oh, I did that wrong. Yeah, we'll let that happen. Software support night and software support day are sharing those 2 rooms. Up here we have Dumpster Hub 1, Dumpster Hub 2. It's going to be a smaller team. And then we have our audio tools team there still. This floor here is going to be Gaming 2, development and design and artist. Same with software team 2D editor, the 3D editor, game team 1. So those haven't changed. Most of the changes are over here. We took a look at this one already. We added software marketing right here. So we got a little bit of a marketing floor. We have OS support there. And then we have gaming marketing 1, gaming marketing 2, and software marketing with 1 room left open. Let's go ahead, and we missed this. So we'll get that set up. And then we need to take care of HR still, but one of the other things that I wanted to show was this server here. So let's pop into servers. We have a new one called Dumpster Hosting. And we were focusing on our business reputation last episode a little bit, so we're going to keep that going this episode. We go to deals, and I have hosting selected. We're going to accept... Oh, went to the wrong server. Let's make sure it goes to the right server. Yep, we're going to accept all of these hosting deals. And then I need to... Is it this one? Let's go to our servers now so we can fix that one on... I think that was on the Dumpster Hub. Yeah, this one we're going to move to hosting. So hosting has compatibility of 150 gigabits per second, and also has a backup with the same. So we'll see how high that gets. It looks like, doing the math here, we're completely fine. We'll keep an eye out for more, but these are going to give us, dollars, almost $1 per megabit or megabyte per second. And the maximum, we'll have to see if we ever get overloaded, but we have 300 gigs per second for capacity and potential growth. And if for that one, we can also add some more servers as well. But we did use the new big racks, and we'll probably upgrade the rest of our servers as needed. But these ones are still just groups of 3 with, less capacity to handle. But that's how we're going to roll. So Dumpster Hub, I took care of hiring the managers. Gaming marketing. So we're hoping to get enough employees for handling our marketing groups. But let's take a look. Gaming marketing. This room can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can hold 20. So we'll need 19. We'll need a leader and 19. So let's search for a leader. And this is a marketing team, so let's make sure we put it on the right one. This was gaming marketing. Can handle hiring. The rest, I think, is okay. Let's can hold meetings. That might be nice. They don't have to do any post-release tasks. So game marketing 1, we'll take that one. Gaming marketing 2, we'll go with this one. And now let's go into our teams, and we will change their roles. Can't do it there. Need to go into employees, change role, leader. Thank you, Tracy. And then over here, Millard. We're going to change your roles to leader. And they can have 19 each. So let's go to HR management. We'll go to Service 19. Specialty, it's going to be marketing, and we're going to set that to high. Do all of this the same. Yeah, they can have 5 out at a time. Like that. And we'll go do the same here. Yep. 19. Any marketing, high. And again, we're going to keep track of these and make sure that they get filled with the right type of people before we actually start using them. So this is going to be gaming support days. And we want multitasking probably on this one and hiring if we can pull it off. If not, we will lean towards the hiring. So let's go through here. Reject. 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 So that leaves us with 2. Extrovert, dramatic. Yep, sure. Gaming support, knights. Goofy, naive. I kind of like that. So we'll get that done, and then that's going to limit us, but we do have the OS hardware team with the only other one. Oh, we should have kept that open. That needs a leader. And this one we want to be able to handle holds, post. Yeah. All right, so let's make sure you're on the right team. OS hardware 2. Go ahead and hire you. And we'll get them promoted and HR set up for those. And then we will start a little bit, I think. We'll, get the game going, see if we can get them to get some hiring going. And then I'll be back. All right, HR management should be set on all of our teams. We got leaders in. Again, I haven't updated any tasks yet because I want to see if we're able to fill these teams. We're going to give it some time to see if some hires come in and be right back. So we're back, and we're a doofus. We're a big doofus head because I hit the mute button for the rest of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and edit this and do a voiceover the rest of the way and try my best to make it like it never happened. Wish me luck. So a little bit of time has passed, and we're noticing already that we're not able to hire, and that's why we're working on our business reputation. From my understanding, the higher that reputation is, the more employees or a bigger pool we'll get of higher, especially the higher caliber employee types to be hired by us or be interested in interviewing with us. So we're going to lower these down to medium, see if we can get them filled in. I believe some of the support we had to lower all the way to low, which is a little frustrating, but at the same time, our support team isn't really fixing the bugs for us. We're really relying on the support team to just answer the calls and take care of the queue when it comes in and just file the bugs for us. So you can see here, we're looking at the compatibility and just showing an example of that to where there wasn't a lot to choose from, and the ones that we could choose from just didn't have a very high compatibility. So it makes me think that the manager just doesn't want to hire anybody that's not going to really fit with the team. Just a lot of bad employees or bad compatibility, not necessarily bad employees, but they just wouldn't jive with that team. So keeping the compatibility in place and worrying about that is really what these managers are doing that are able to handle hiring. And it's something that somewhat gets neglected when I do it myself, because sometimes we just fill and add bodies. Sometimes we do care about the compatibility, and just I trust them to do it better. So here we're going to start developing that Dumpster Hub 2. So we're selecting all the features. We're making sure we have expected interest is 100, which is perfect. So we're taking a peek at it, taking a look at our development teams, just getting all of this set up. We've done this a lot, so we will jump ahead at this point right now. So time passed and we were able to fill all those teams. So here I'm just going through and adjusting the support and marketing for each of our project managements and making sure that the right marketing team is assigned to it. And if we didn't mention this in the intro, but we're adding all of these marketing teams to lower the amount of tasks that each marketing team has, as well as the extra support teams. So it's extra overhead financially for us, but in turn, it should turn around and benefit us by each marketing team having more time to dedicate to their tasks. A lot of the marketing, if you've noticed that we're managing ourselves, we're giving a budget of say 150,000. we don't have enough employees to even spend that on marketing throughout a month. So if we free up, the team that's dedicated to marketing the games to just focus on the 1 or 2 games that they're marketing at one time, that should help out as well. And similar with the operating systems and the software one for the 2D editor, 3D editor, etc. At this point, we ran into our first real issue. We weren't getting the consoles picked up by couriers. I'm not 100% sure how that happened. The printing job was set up correctly. For whatever reason, the couriers just decided to just stop picking up the games. I don't know if we had too many manufacturing jobs printing jobs, printing too much software, and the couriers weren't able to get there. But eventually we go into the rooms and we make sure that we have enough couriers that are dedicated to these 2 hardware rooms, which we've named hardware. And apparently looking into it a little bit, it seems like they haven't been picking up anything since the initial printing. We had it taken care of. It was working while we're in beta. And then now that we've actually sold out of that initial amount or the initial set that we had, we didn't have enough couriers. So you can see there's 2 dedicated there. They're only coming between 8 and 12. So they weren't really able to take care of all of our needs, the amount of things we're printing. So we had a few more of those. We might have gone a little bit overboard, but we got that taken care of. And we probably lost a little bit of money in doing so, but it's all good. And we can see a shot here of couriers actually picking up some of these boxes and emptying them out. So the printers are able to print again, and the backup ends up disappearing after a few days. We have plenty in stock at this point. See an employee retired. Sad to see them go. They served us well. But we have plenty in stock. Maybe lost a little bit of profit. I'm not 100% sure if... And you see here we messed up a little bit on support. We assigned a team to work on support, but we did it wrong. We had the marketing team work on support. So we go in and fix that here. We realize our silly mistake. Get it off of software marketing. Let's switch it over to software support days and software support night. Something else you might have caught is I assigned rooms to days and support. I didn't mean to do that, or days and night. So we'll go ahead and fix that. We made a little, pop-up text thing saying we did it all wrong. I'll get that fixed before the next episode. The next thing we jump into is making a sequel to the operating system, the console. I was going to switch to printing phones, but I figured I'd get this sequel up and running and potentially all the way into beta, and then we'll turn around and probably design the phone after that. I just really wanted to tackle the phone or the console first and get a good cadence of every 5 or 6 years releasing a new console and making sure the gaming is going good. So we're playing around with the design here. We're going to just randomize it for a little bit until we get a design that we like. And I think, is this the one we stick with? I can't remember. This one here, yeah, I like the look of that. It reminds me a little bit of some real consoles. And then we go in and I thought we could do the joystick design. I don't know if we actually did the joystick design now that I think about it. But here we remembered we had our hardware team. So we add those 1 and 2 to that for design and for development. And since we switched that on over, it auto-assigned Weldon, who is our really good designer for operating systems. And up next, we are looking at our recent releases and just seeing how we're doing financially. The 3D5 is making a profit of 30 million. The Dumpster Gaming's already made a profit of about 50 million, which is telling me we're going the right direction. Now the games are going to be on the same platform as well. We should start really seeing a profit, and it's really cool to have the games we're developing be on the same platform as our own console. And just kind of taking a look here, we decide to look at the info here, and Avery is still the lead designer on Farming Simulator, which is really confusing to me. So I think we're going to have to retire that because it's not letting us pick another designer ever for that one. Landfill Tycoon 6, we decide to change the lead designer here in a second because William's inspiration is very low. So we're going to switch over to Bo. Even though Bo doesn't have a really good skill in gaming, his inspiration is high enough, so he's probably going to be a little more creative than William right now. And then here we're just kind of taking a look at all the other ones and making sure they have the right leads if we can change them. Some of them we can, some of them we can't. Just doing some housekeeping here. And while we kind of wait for the Dumpster Gaming Console 2 to get, designed, and Dumpster Hub 2 to get designed as well, so we can get those into beta. I guess alpha would come first, the development phase, and then we'll get into the testing phase after that. And moving forward a little bit, we're going to see that we're trying to, every time a deal comes in that we can handle, we're accepting it. You can see our business reputation up there is almost up to 5 stars. I'm really set on getting that all the way up to 6 stars so that we can really benefit from that business reputation being high. And we can see here was another one of our games that's just not letting us control printing. So we start catching that after this one. There's another one that releases soon that I get the print job done the day it releases, and that ends up allowing us to have enough in stock for the first day of sales. And so we got to figure that out. I might recreate the project management on a few of those so that printing is in there. Those ones that are grayed out, I still haven't been able to figure out why I can't change that. Next on our list, we promote Dumpster Hub 2 to alpha, so we're now developing that. Just waiting for Dumpster Gaming 2 to get a couple iterations so we can promote that as well. You can see the Rumble Remote 2 is already deep into development, already getting some printing going because it's just that quick. Or we'll get to printing once we get to beta, but it is moving pretty fast, so that's looking good. Just got to get to September here and we'll have another 2D editor coming out, which is really exciting because income is still looking good, but we want to keep maximizing all of this as we're starting to see a lot of people retire and a lot of employees leave. The Rumble Remote 2, it's saying doesn't have any marketing or any followers. So we're going to get that going as well with the OS marketing team now that they're freed up. Another thing ran out of stock here, Crystal Blade 2, another game we didn't have printing set up on. Unfortunately, we are losing a little bit in sales by this happening, but we'll get it under control, and I think we're pretty close to having most of the project management handling its own printing so we don't have to constantly remember and screw up and run out of stock. And the next thing what we're going to do here is some reviews of Dumpster Hub 2. I don't remember if we did that on the first Dumpster Hub, but this first review comes in and it's at a 7.9. It's not good enough, so we're going to iterate on that. We do a couple iterations. Eventually we get it up to, I think it was a 9.6 or a 9.5 before we actually move it into beta, which is kind of cool because last time we released it, we didn't know what we were doing. And so now that we understand the game a little bit more, this new Dumpster Hub should go really well. My plan is to try to sign some exclusive deals to build the brand a little bit and eventually take over as the main distribution platform in the world. You can see the first iteration bumped it up to an 8. We're going to keep going through a couple more iterations until we get it high enough for our liking. And I like to have it at least in the mid 9s, like 9.4, 9.5, 9.6 in that area before we stop doing the iterations when we do go into this mode. Something that you kind of lose when you do the project management, and I have talked about that a little bit as well. And you can see here we're doing the same again. We got it all the way up to 9.4. And at that point, we're like, okay, let's iterate, but we're not going to do another review because 9.4 could bump up a little bit. And if it stays at 9.4 at the worst, I think we're still going to be okay. So now what's left is to get Dumpster Hub 2 into beta this episode. And also we were focusing on getting Dumpster Gaming 2, since it's in its 4th iteration, we're going to go ahead and bump that into, and we do it right now, into development and start marketing it. We're not going to set a release date yet. I want to get a little bit closer to beta before we pick a release date and promote it that way. I feel like since the existing gaming console's out there, if we get closer to releasing it, marketing will pick up instantly and people will be interested once they know about it. Like right now, we are doing press releases, but we haven't released them yet. Even though the press build went out, that'll start getting a little bit of word out there. Not a ton until we do those press releases and really start marketing it. One of the next things we do is we notice that Dumpster Gaming hasn't had an update in a very long time. There is over 1,000 bugs that we're going to have to fix. So we get an update going just for those bug fixes. It's 1,200 bugs. We're going to get all those fixed, get that pushed out for everyone. That should make people happy. And we're looking at Dumpster Hub 2 is really close to going to beta. We just had one more percentage of code to go. And I was just looking at the reviews, making sure we took care of everything. So we got 9.4 on the last one. Should be set. Like we're going to move to beta real soon. Next episode, we'll get into the release of Dumpster Hub 2 and see how that's going. I'm also hoping next episode we can get to the release of Dumpster Gaming 2. Not sure that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. So the rest of this episode, we're going to get to that release coming up of, I can't remember what it was. It looks like the audio tool comes out in June. So we're sitting at May right now. Next episode, we're going to get to that as well. You can see we're just accepting a few jobs here. Business reputation is almost up to 5. But that's where we're going to leave this episode. We got a couple fun things going on. Gaming Console 2 coming out, Dumpster Hub 2 coming out, and all kinds of releases with project management coming out. I'm Socksway Up. I will catch you on the next episode.